But first, I wanted to speak briefly about an issue that deserves far greater coverage and activism. Data released in the past week shows there's been a sharp increase in the number of forced and child marriages in Australia. The official figures are just the tip of the iceberg, given the overwhelming majority of victims are reluctant to make a complaint that would land their loved ones, normally their own mother and father, in serious trouble with authorities. It's hard to fathom how in 2020 in Australia there are young women being coerced into arranged marriages by their own families, coerced into violent relationships sometimes. At a time when Australian women enjoy unprecedented prosperity, opportunity and equality, there exists in the community a subjugated subclass who are forced into taking part into what are devastating cultural practices. Terms like forced and child marriage don't reveal the full horror inflicted on victims, who are often subjected to terrible abuse, including repeatedly raped. Australian women have every legal protection under the law, but some are powerless within their own families and communities. Cultures where women are considered second-class citizens should not be allowed to implement their misogynistic practices in Australia. We cannot allow concerns about political correctness or cultural sensitivities to cloud our judgment. Forced marriages are the start of long-term abuse, with girls and women forced into a life of submission and humiliation. Cultural relativism is nothing more than cowardice. The politically correct aversion to offending certain communities or cultures has seen thousands of young girls brutalised in the United Kingdom in the grooming gang scandal. Australia cannot repeat Britain's mistakes. We must act with absolute moral clarity and do everything possible to protect at-risk girls and women.